What is Inmost? Right from the start of this game I was hooked. I had to remind myself several times that sleep was a thing because I was just so into it. Clicking on new game and watching the opening cinematic, I got like Ori and the Blind Forest vibes, but way darker. Maybe not darker, but more somber, like by the end of it you know you're gonna cry. The story here is a heavy one. It deals with loss. It's a tale of pain and love all in one. It's told from a kid's perspective and voice until the very end where it's revealed what the full story is. There's 3 stories here and each of them are interconnected and woven together without spoiling the story because I feel like you should play this game. This little gem of a just beautiful story and art wrapped together. Without spoiling it, it's a sad yet happy story in some ways. Like I said, at the end, I did want to shed a tear or two. One thing that we can all see is if you're watching the video review to go with this, or you're looking at the screen caps on the article, that this game is beautiful. The pixel art is brilliantly atmospheric. There are a fair few times I just had to stop and look around and look at the backgrounds, look at everything. Maybe I'm biased because I do love that retro pixel look in games, but even, if you play the big AAA 3D, fully high pixel stuff, you have to admit that this game is beautiful. The animation is smooth and responsive. The character sprites are lovingly rendered, with each being recognizable. Seriously, the artists on this team, pat yourselves on the back. This is a good job and a very well done job. As someone who has trouble seeing colors as well, especially blue tones, this was so well done. There is points of color, like certain sections, but it's mostly in shades of blue. This was so well done that I didn't really have a problem finding my way around and seeing the distinction of the areas. In Inmost, you need to escape the depths of an otherworldly labyrinth in this cinematic and beautiful puzzle platformer. Explore a hauntingly beautiful world full of mystery and hidden truths. Explore with 3 playable characters in one dark, interconnected story. The music really sets the tone of the game. It's got like a somber, sad feeling with moments of action that kick it into high gear. I don't want to spoil the action parts because I think you should play this game. I really do. Everything feels like it has real-world physics in this game, which is kind of weird to say. It has real-world physics, but not at the same time. Like, the knight can't jump high because of his heavy metal armor. The little girl struggles to climb on chairs, and she can't jump high or reach high places, can't turn on light switches because she can't reach them. Your main character can run and jump, but will also fall to his death quite frequently. Yes, that's right. You can fall to your death, which means there is fall damage here, which, while at first I got flashbacks to Bubsy, it's so much better here and it has a place in the game, because if you're falling to your death, usually it's you messed up. It's not the best, and I'm usually of the mindset that you shouldn't have fall damage in your platformers, but here it fits. It's a grounded mechanic in a grounded game. There are tons of save points, or technically they're save lamps, so it doesn't feel devastating when you fall or get killed, because you will die. The resets are quick, and usually they put you right back to where you were before you died, and like I said, you will die a lot. I died a lot. There's an achievement for not dying in the game. I don't know how you would do that. I just don't know how you do that. It's nice to feel like the game doesn't hate you or punish you for not knowing what's happening sometimes by having you, reset back to a point that's so far back that it's like, why am I even playing? Every action in this game feels slow but in a deliberate way. From loading the ballista 1 bolt at a time to the slow crane lift to get the fuel to the top of the tree for the generator, everything serves a purpose and makes you think of your choices, especially when you get towards the end. And that goes into that real-world physics kind of feel where, the little girl can't jump high or climb, the knight can't jump, but he's the only one that can do combat. Everything feels grounded in this game. The game is forgiving in the taking hits department, at least with the main character. The only character that can actually do combat is the knight character. Remember, there's 3 characters here. Well, the main character has to rely on environmental puzzles to kill things, and the little girl sections are just puzzle-solving sections altogether. There's no combat in them. There's only one true boss in Inmost, or one true one that you will actually fight, because the other one, it's like cutscenes and you don't fight it. There are some tough animals that you need to trick, but the main cause of your issues is a reoccurring enemy that you thought you defeated in the beginning, but likes to come back and haunt you every once in a while. As you play through, you collect these pain. They're shards of light looking little things. There's 85 to collect, which brings replayability right there to find and collect all the pain. You collect them and you get stories from the old person in the castle. You can also collect scraps of paper that you find around. Some of them you're given as you play, others you have to collect. Most of the things are easy to collect. The only thing that's hard is the shards. I think I got half, and I'm definitely gonna hop back in and try to find those. As you collect more of these pain shards, you get told, you go to that old person in the castle, and they tell you more about what happened to the land. And then I think you have to collect 60 shards, and they give you the story of you, like what's your final story, but I didn't get to that. Maybe I collected 50 shards, I can't remember. Also, just like in Mortal Shell, you can pet the cat. And later on you push a cat, but it saves his life, so don't feel bad even though he tries to make you feel bad. My only gripe is it's a short game, which is great for replayability's sake because you don't have to, replay through 30 hours of game. And you get to go back and explore the shards and pick up, the pieces of paper and explore every room. However, it just left me wanting more. Like, the story could be spread out over another 1 to 2 hours for me, instead of the 3.5 hours it took. I know the game is anywhere from 3 to 5 hours, but it only took me 3.5 hours. And that includes backtracking, looking for as much stuff as I could, and getting lost a fair few times. I know for sure I'll be heading back into this beautiful world, because the story got me, the exploration got me, the graphics got me. This is just a beautiful little game that I want you guys to play. You can pick this little gem up on Steam right now, Nintendo Switch, and the Apple Arcade. Give it a try. It's honestly, I think it's one of those ones that's gonna fly under the radar, unfortunately, but those that play it are gonna love it.